Very good morning to you. My name is Shankari, and I run a series of workshops called Mindfulness with Shankari. So, today is just a chat video. I would like to talk to you about a big question that I used to have, or that I always had, which started me off in this process of self awareness, self development, and this is what is the purpose of life? Why are we here at all, right? So, if you ever have this question, if you're going through life almost, you find yourself in the middle. What have I done? Why am I here? What am I doing? We almost have this kind of sudden awareness because it almost feels like we've been asleep and suddenly we wake up. We wake up because either we have not we don't have the kind of contentment that we thought we would feel, or we are lost in certain aspects of our lives, and we almost wake up and say, where have I been? What am I doing with my life? And it will come about. It comes about every 7 or 8 years. You can almost feel it. um, so, what is the purpose of life? And why are we here in the first place? And it took me a long while to learn this, or to understand this fundamental idea or fundamental concept. Why are we here in the first place? What are we doing on earth? And the purpose of life is very simple. It's just one word: experience. You are here to experience. I am here to experience. Experience life as myself. Make choices because I choose them. Uh, choose a path in life because it resonates with me. And it is my path to take because it is my path to best offer and give back to this life. So, um, why do we need to experience, or what is experience in the first place? And experience is a very neutral thing. It is simply experience. There is nothing negative or positive about it, though experiences can feel negative. They can feel negative. They can feel positive, but they in themselves are neutral. They have no charge or no pull one way or the other. So when you when you take that sort of perspective, when you take experience of life, of any situation as neutral, and is how they make us feel, that is either positive or negative, then we have a very different view on life. We have a very different sort of perspective now, because now there is freedom in that experience. So, the two things to this: first, knowing that the experience is either positive, is not either positive or negative, is just neutral, and that it is how we are translating or perceiving that experience that is either positive or negative. And so, why is it sort of why is it crucial that we label these experiences, or how we perceive them, as positive or negative? So, negative experiences is mainly our emotions reacting to the experience in a negative way. And a negative is not that it is negative, but it is more disconcerting, or it feels uncomfortable to us. And we translate that emotion, that discomfort, as negative because it doesn't feel so good. What doesn't feel so good just means that it's out of alignment with ourselves. If it doesn't feel good, there is something we need to take a look at within us, with respect to that experience, with respect to how we are feeling about that experience. So it's not bad. It's not that we have experienced something bad. It is just that there is a certain distortion or a certain misalignment within our psyche, within our being, our consciousness, that needs our attention. So all we have to do is embrace that negative emotion, embrace that discomfort, in a way that is compassionate, in a way that's unconditionally loving, with full and complete acceptance that it feels that way because it feels that way, and that's fine, that's perfectly fine. And then processing that emotion, processing that psyche, that emotional aspect of the psyche, just listening to it, giving it unconditional acceptance and love, and then allowing that emotion to then transform to higher emotional states. And once this process is complete, it might take several days, it might take months or years even, but it will go through the process. You will transform these emotions layer by layer, and when it's fully complete, we would have an integrative understanding of the experience. So it would come with wisdom, it would come with learning, and that is the whole purpose of experience. You are unique, so your experience of life will be unique to you. Your experience or your perception of that emotion will be unique to you. No one else would have that reaction. No one else would have that particular process that they need to go through. Although there are similarities between the process and the emotional transformation states, your experience of it, your process of it is unique to you. So allow yourself to embrace that fully, allow yourself to be in that space fully, and take the time to move from emotional state to emotional state, from mental state to mental state, processing the emotions, processing the experience, so that at the end you know your view on your experience, and your wisdom from your experience. Every moment is an experience. So your wisdom from that experience in that moment is unique to you, and it is your richness, your asset that then gets integrated back into your system, back into your psyche and physical self. So you go back into the world with this added self, with this added wisdom, and then you go through another experience, probably similar or different or completely different. You process that, you process the emotions, you process the experience, you gain that wisdom from that, integrate that, and and add that richness to yourself, and go on. So we are in the process of self transformation. We are in the process of self awareness, of that internal transformation that is going on every moment, every day. And we want to be present to that inner transformation. We want to be present to that um, sort of inner evolution that we're going through moment to moment. And at the end of it all, it is wisdom. It is that transformed experience from what we call innocence to wisdom. So, innocence is a state of pure potential. It's a state that we view life without any implications put over it. We just see life. We see life from the perspective of a child. That is pure innocence. But we see the full potential of life without having it colored one way or the other. We see it just as it is. You want to keep that. You want to keep that innocence. Yet you want to also enrich that innocence, enrich that sort of aspect of your being with wisdom, with experienced wisdom or experiential wisdom. So our being is this multi-layered entity that is full, while it is completely open with the potential of life. It is completely fulfilled and content with the beauty and wonder of transformation within. So our beings are so transformational. They are so malleable. We can move them, shift them, use them in whichever way we see fit to further experience life, to further enrich our experience in this world. So we want to use that malleability. We want to use that softness and bring that into our lives, because while there is this softness that's almost embraces life, there is also that inner strength, the strength from knowing that we're not going to get stuck in different emotions, that we're not going to get stuck in different experiences, that we can still move. We can move through them. We can gain the experience. We can gain the wisdom. And what do we do with all this wisdom, right? Where does it go? It goes back into the world as service. So you would meet a friend who would have an experience, and you would share your experience with them, your perspective. And wisdom is not something that is partial, it's not something that is unique to individuals. It is something that uh, goes through all boundaries, goes through all barriers. Your wisdom is transferable to different people. So wisdom is always neutral. It's not a perspective gained from one single experience. It is a perspective gained from looking at things, from observing things from this unique self-aware state. So you want wisdom to be transferable. When you share wisdom with someone, when you share these expressions and these sort of learnings with other people, you want it to serve them in a way that they have the freedom to make their choice, that they are not tainted by cynicism or sort of uh, unfounded beliefs or negative beliefs. So wisdom is not negative. It won't feel negative within us. It won't feel bad within us. Wisdom always feels good. Wisdom always feels like a lake, just there, just placid, but deep, deep. And you can always take from it, take from it for yourself, take from it for others. And it is in this process of receiving, that is you learning from your experience, you becoming wise from your experience, and giving to the world, giving to your friends, your family, your children, your parents. It is from this connection with ourselves, with the other, that we um, feel the full potential and the purpose of this life. You can do absolutely anything with your life. You can walk the path you choose that is providing beauty and bliss for you, and you can continue on that path with no one stopping you, no one telling you it is not right for you. You choose because you know because you have that wisdom, you have that potential and that innocence to not be tainted by anything negative, not be tainted by any naysayers. So use that and embrace this life that you have, because it is unique, it is completely wonderful, and you want it. You want to hold it so tightly, yet you want to have that freedom to let it go when you need to. So feel the full potential of your life, and embrace every single moment that comes your way, because every single moment has potential and has transformation. So use it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video.